Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome. Welcome to session 2 of Successful You. Boy, oh boy, what has happened in the past 24 hours? It has been absolutely magical. Thank you so much, everybody, for your beautiful messages, for your feedback, for your energy in this group. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also something absolutely amazing happened last night. I don't know the exact number, but I counted around 50 new people have registered. So welcome to the new people. That's extraordinary in 24 hours. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And welcome to you all who have been here with us yesterday and are back. It's good to see you back. I'm Susanna Mihailovic, for those of you that are here the first time, and I'd like to welcome every single one of you to session 2 of Successful You. And I'm going to promise you one thing. Not many people in this field make promises, but I'm going to promise you one thing. If you totally relax and open up to session 2, it can and will change your life. This is a very, very important session because you're going to discover more about the most incredible, miraculous genius that ever existed, the most important person in the whole wide world, and that's you. So please relax and open up. Before we start, I'm going to do a recap, but before the recap, just a bit of housekeeping. I can see hello, hi Susanna, everyone's saying hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love seeing your comments. I can see your comments on the right side of me here. If you like, please click the link above, or Natalia, if you could please share the link, so that what that does is that helps me see your name, because at the moment all I could see is Facebook user, and I would love to know who I'm talking to and whose questions I might be answering and whose comments I might be reading. So welcome to the most important person in the whole wide entire world, and that is you. I also want to welcome my incredible team who have absolutely been working tirelessly. Some of them have children, young children, jobs, and they do this because they have been clients of mine. Every single team member has been a client of mine, and now they want to help everybody that they possibly can. They want to give this information out to you. So a big, big welcome to Natalia, who's been working tirelessly in the background to make all this happen. Welcome to Natalia, welcome to Joe and to Jill. And I know that they've been meeting with all of you, and the extraordinary feedback that they're giving me about you is just amazing. We've attracted the most beautiful, incredible people to this masterclass, and that is you. And I know that in the feedback that my team are giving me. So if you haven't had your one-on-one strategy session, or if you don't know who your success advisor is, please comment below, and Natalia will give you a success advisor to connect with so that you can have your one-on-one session. We find that the people who show up a few minutes early, they're here on time, every single session, they do the work, the homework, bit of homework to do, okay? If you want to change, you have to change on the inside. If you want change on your external life, it's an internal job. So we do give you a little bit of homework. And those people that connect with their success advisors, magic happens by the end of the 7 days. I can't explain it, okay? But I know that this is one of the most powerful 7 days that you can ever invest your time and energy in. So who here is ready to go deeper? Give me a hell yeah if you're ready. Hi, Madiha. Okay, so Madiha doesn't know who her success advisor is. So Natalia, could you send Madiha a message in Messenger to let her know? Hell yeah. Joe, hello, Joe. Hell yes. Joe, who's your success advisor? Do you know who your success advisor is? Do you need a success advisor? Have you had your one-on-one? Hi, Deb. I had the honor of talking to Deb before this call. My God, what an extraordinary woman. Lovely to see you here, Deb. Joe is your success advisor. Awesome. You're so lucky, Joe Mario. Joe is exceptional. She's been working with me for quite a few years, has been a dedicated student of my work, and has achieved the results. You only want to be working with people that have the results. That's what I learned from my incredible mentor. How often do we take advice from well-meaning people that don't have the results that you want? What should I do? What should I do? So from this moment forward, only take advice from a person that has the track record. And we certainly do have the track record here. Ask Bob Proctor. He has said it openly. We've got it recorded that Susanna is one of the top people in the world at what she does. Okay, so this session is about you. And I'm going to ask every single one of you to please open up. Yeah, to going deeper, Facebook user says. So Facebook user, if you want to click the link above, I'll be able to see who you are. And we are going to go deeper today. Okay, so the past 24 hours, who has done the work? Show me who has done the work. Who has the new definition of success? Let me know who you are, because I'm going to start with a little bit of a test. Let's have some fun with this. Who has done the work? Who's done the homework from session 1? What? Nobody? Come on, guys. Seriously. Who's done the bit of homework? Who has their definition of success, their new definition of success? I have. I know Michelle Poole does, and it's so great to have you with us. Michelle she's the 3rd year client of Your Two Minds, and she's had exceptional results because Michelle always puts the time into this. Leslie, I've done the work. Natalia, yes, I have. Mediha, yes, I've done the work. Time and money freedom, that's what I want. That's my definition of success, Joe says. Fabulous. Jay, hi, Jay. I have. Will be done today, Deb. Fabulous. You are superstars. All right. So you've done the work, so you've got your definition of success. What are the 4 pillars? What are the 4 pillars to the foundation of success? Facebook user says homework done. That's fantastic. Who can remember the 4 pillars to achieving the success that you want? What are the 4 pillars? Come on. Order. Yes. Great, Mediha. Order. Good, Joe. Order is number 1, okay? Without order, you don't have anything. Number 2, what's number 2? Who can remember number 2? Oh, Michelle, come on. Of course. So changing your paradigms, self-image, and decision. See, you can tell a good student. You can tell somebody that's getting great results. So Mediha, changing your paradigm, absolutely. So we're going to go, yep, Jay, you've got it. So understanding your mind and changing your successful self-image and decision. Absolutely, spot on. So as I said, okay, I promise you one thing. If you open up to today's session, it has the power to start changing your life, okay? And those of you that have got your definition of success, share it in the Millionaire Roundtable. The law of cause and effect, okay, which I won't be going into too much. I go into my coaching sessions with my clients about the law of cause and effect, says that what is coming from you is circulating and coming back to you, okay? So if you're sharing in the group, if you're adding to the energy, I know Leslie is great at doing this, okay, that's the energy that's circulating back to you. And when we have, and I was talking about this last night with my clients, when we have collective energy, like a community, that's why I run these sessions in the Millionaire Roundtable, because we have over 3,000 members in the Millionaire Roundtable, which is absolutely fantastic. When you collectively share an energy, okay, right? It intensifies and crazy stuff starts to happen. So let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Who's ready? Who's ready to do this? So in this session, you're going to learn some truths about yourself that may be the missing link. Without this truth, nothing happens. So I've got over 30 years experience in this sector. Actually, even a lot more, because even as a child, I was doing this naturally. But over 30 years formal experience. Okay, so I've got quite a few university degrees, prestigious universities. I've worked in senior management for most of my career, and now I'm working on my own. But what used to frustrate me with my studies in psychology and in the work in culture and sector that I used to work in, they would expect clients to have permanent change, but they left out a big missing piece of the puzzle. A big missing piece where all of the answers that you want and all of the changes that you want to have lie. Okay? And that used to frustrate me because I knew, because what would happen to clients is they would set small goals, realistic goals. But what I knew intrinsically, and what many of you probably feel or may not feel, I knew this as a child, that every single one of us has absolute infinite potential. Who wrote down yesterday, I have infinite potential? Who has been contemplating that in the past 7 days? Okay. But what was happening to many of the clients was they were going around and around and around, frustrated, having some change, but never completely and permanently changing their results. Who here feels like there's a block in one or more areas of your life? Who here feels that? Might be a financial block, it might be relationships, it might be getting your business. Okay? So what I'm about to share with you, you'll start to understand why you have that block, but it doesn't really matter. The why you have it doesn't really matter so much. So when I was a counselor, we used to review, but and talk about the why and analyze, but it didn't really give us a quantum leap in our results. What we're talking about here with Successful You is you having a quantum leap. Okay? So there was a big missing piece of the puzzle. And that's why I absolutely love what I do today, and the over 95%, 96% of quantum leaps in results that my clients get. And I've had a lot of clients. You bet the success rate in my coaching program is huge. And I believe it's because of a number of things, one of which I'm going to share with you today. So who's completely open, who's completely focused, and who's ready to understand more about themselves and understand what that missing link is. Hi, Leslie. Madiha. Sorry, I thought I saw someone here. Marnie. Hi, Marnie. How you doing? Okay, so who's ready? So Leslie said, yep, ready for quantum leap. I am. Wide open, sharply focused, and ready. Okay, so let's get started. So what I'm about to share with you is profound. It might go over your head if it's the first time you're hearing it, or it might take a little bit of time for it to settle in. Because we're not taught the truth about ourselves. You haven't been taught the truth about you in school. Even with all of my degrees in human behavior and people and all that, I wasn't taught about the truth of me. And I think this is one of the things that is very different to any other coach out there. And that is that I understand the truth. So, let me ask you a question. Up until this point, this minute, right now, that we're all together in, who did you think you were? Who did you think you were? Or I'll rephrase that. If you want to keep it in the present tense, who do you think you are? Throw me a few comments in the comment boxes. Who do you think you are? My clients, do not answer because you already know who you are. Just the new people that that's not a client already. Who do you think you are? You see, if you ask me this question back when I was studying psychology, back when I was, helping and leading teams, I led a team of over 150 people at one stage. I would think that I was, a woman, my age, 21. I'm medium heighted, I'm funny, I'm not good at maths, I'm a great leader, I love human potential, always loved it as a child. I'm not able to run like fast or do marathons. I'm not hugely athletic. I'm average. Deb says she's a spiritual being having an earthly experience. But what does that mean? I used to say, yeah, I'm a spiritual being having an earthly experience. Didn't change anything. Joe said an average person. I thought I was pretty average with some exceptional qualities, some not. I am pure light and here in form, made up of matter, and it's mysterious, just what I'm doing and being here. I thought I was lost. I thought I was seeking to find myself. Who are you really? You see, I used to read spiritual books. I was always spiritual, but did not get it. Did not get it. I still define myself as my personality, my age, what I was capable of doing, how much money I was capable of earning. Okay. Who do you really, really think you are? If you don't stop and think about this, really think about this, what happens is you will continue to live your life the way that you've always lived it. In the box of I am this, I am that, I am funny, I'm not good at maths, I'm great with people, I'm shy, I'm 40 years old, I'm female, male, whatever. I'm pretty, I'm not pretty, I'm athletic, I'm not athletic. And those labels that you put on yourself are the labels that have created the walls of your prison. Some people don't even realize that they are in a cell because they are so consumed and they will defend their labels. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever. I'm a woman from a European background that's grown up in Australia. They are just decisions that you have made to live by whether they've come from someone else, and most likely they've come from someone else, your parents, teachers, the bullies at school, that maths test that you did, society. But it's you that has made a decision to live by them. Let me ask you another question. Those of you who think you know the answer, okay, so you're a spiritual being. Those of you that think you are spiritual, which we all are, okay, why is your life not working out the way you would love it to work out? And that might be a confronting question. And I don't mean to be offensive, but for me, a compelling question always opens up some light. So, who's ready to put all of their perceptions aside just for the remainder of this session and really open up to the truth of you? Because the truth, you have the key that will unlock the door from your prison cell and set you free. But it won't set you free until you're ready to unlock that door and move through the threshold into freedom, into your own definition of success. It doesn't matter how I define success. And into the life that you really, really want and you deserve. You see, I really, truly, 100% believe the thing that you desire is meant to be yours. So let's go deeper. So you are not your name. You are not your gender. You are not the limits, the ideas that you've put in your mind, the labels that you've put in your mind about you. You are not your IQ. I can do this and I can't do that. In fact, you on the physical plane, so the person that we see, so if I could see you, I had the honor of seeing Deb earlier. But if I could see you all here, and I would suggest if you just totally open up and just stop sharing just for a few minutes. This is that important, okay? Because you can't be doing two things at once. I love the sharing just for a few minutes. I would suggest if you want to do that, totally open up to this truth, even if you've heard it before. Okay, because you're going to hear, you're with me for the next 7 days, unless you decide to continue this journey with me. Okay? Just totally, totally open up to this. Totally open up to it. So if I was to see you all in front of me, I would be seeing 0.00001% of who you truly are. Now, this is science. This is not something that I have just made up to make you all feel good. Okay, quantum physics, which I am absolutely obsessed with and love to study, shows us that you, Mediha, Leslie, Joe, all of you, you are 0.00001% physical. So you're not even 1% of who you think you are. A male, female, medium height, tall, short, whatever. That's less than 1% of who you really are. So let me ask you another question. So if you're less than 1% physical, all those things that keep you in prison, in the prison cell, why do you spend 100% of your time focused on that less than 1%, on what you can see, taste, smell, hear, or touch? You feel stuck. You don't have the finances. Something's not working. This is less than 1% of who you are. Yet you then spend all of your attention on the problem, on what you can see on the physical. It means that you are not tapping into over 99.99% of your power. Now, I don't care what your history is. I don't care of what your failures are. I don't care about the story you keep telling yourself, because they are all not the truth of you. They are not the truth. You've been telling yourself a lie. Society has been telling you this lie. People around you, because we've been living unconscious. So what is the 99% left over? Well, you see, when scientific studies have done research in the atom, the smallest particle that exists, they have found that 99.9999, 12 nines after that, is absolutely nothing. And then when they look at this nothingness, what they have discovered is that it's pure consciousness, pure intelligence, pure awareness. And this nothingness, this energy, this pure intelligence is in absolutely everything. In actual fact, it is 99.999% of everything that we see on the physical. So we are living in an illusion that everything is solid, but yet it's over 99% pure God intelligence. It is the energy, the same intelligence that has created the Milky Way, the stars, our solar system, our planet. And it is 99.99999, 12 nines after that, % of the truth of who you are. Now, if you've really understood what I have said, you would be falling off your chair right now. What I have just said is that you have 99.129s, almost 100% source energy, the same intelligence that has created every single star out there. We cannot count the number of stars, galaxies, planets. That is you. And you are telling me that you're stuck. You are telling me that you can't move past a certain area in your life. You are telling me you can't have that money, that relationship, the health, the life that you want, when you are almost 100% God energy. Wake up. It's time to wake up. And the only reason why you are struggling, I don't believe in the word struggle, but for a lack of a better word, the only reason why you're struggling is because you choose to focus on your challenges, on your labels, on the 0.0001% of who you are, rather than the 99%, or who you think you are, rather than the 99.99999% of the truth. And from that truth, you are able to create anything that you want in your life. What do you want? You are God's highest form of creation. What do you want? Because you have the power inside you to absolutely have that and way, way, way more. How will you change your definition of success? If you change it at all, you might not want to. Coming from that perspective of the truth of who you are. Now the question is, are you going to unlock that door of your prison cell and move into freedom? Who here is ready to do that? You see, in my coaching program, I go even deeper, but I've given you enough to actually start to open up and start to realize. And Facebook user says that they are so ready. Okay, I'm going to give you just a second, a couple of seconds just to think about that. You have God energy inside you. You are actually God energy. That's 99.99% the truth of who you are. How are you going to see yourself differently? From this point forward, how are you going to view your problems differently from this point forward? And what does life mean for you to be living in complete freedom? What does it mean to you to let go of the walls of self-imposed labels or lies? How will you live your life? I want you to think about that. Okay, so I love what Leslie has said. Wake the F up and stop. Stop that thinking. And I'm going to show you how. Are you ready for the next step? If you haven't grasped what I have said, please watch this over again. If you haven't opened up to the truth of you, please watch this again and open up to the truth of you, because the truth of you will set you free. So, inside you, you have a marvelous, marvelous tool for success. What is that? What is this tool? Every single one of us has it. Watch it again and again, Joe says. Absolutely. What's the tool for success inside you? It is your marvelous mind. Every single person has a marvelous mind. Now, with your mind, you can choose to accept the idea of the truth of who you are, or you can just choose to reject it or resist it. What is a life lived in resistance? When you can have absolutely anything. Now, this is not just talking about material. You can have the material too. Isn't it interesting how paradigms come up with people when we talk about the beautiful M word, money? Oh, but I'm not selfish. I don't want a lot. You were born abundantly. Selfishness and greed comes from stealing from someone else. You are abundant. Get this, you are infinite. And in my coaching session last night, I was teaching about the law of perpetual transmutation, how energy moves into the physical. We don't have time to do that now. This is not the place, and it's not fair to my paid clients. But the point what I'm making is that you are infinite. You have infinite intelligence inside you right now, and you can use that intelligence in any way that you want. You can use it and use your mind to reject it or to accept it. You see, your mind is so powerful. So powerful. Now, the brain and the mind are two different things. The mind is everywhere. It is an energy that lives throughout your body. Okay, we can't see the mind. We can see your brain. We can't see your mind. Okay? Now, they're interrelated. They work together. But you've probably got more parts of your mind, but to keep this simple, we're going to focus on your conscious and your subconscious mind. When I was at university, my first degree, we learnt, research showed back then that we only use 4 to 6%. So that's 94 to 90. What is it? So it's 90. So it's 96 to 94%. Okay, of our total mind. Studies now show that most people open up to this idea. Most people out there are 96 to 99% unconscious. So more recent studies show that you are potentially 99% unconscious. You're going to learn more about me and my story in the next couple of days. But I used to be an avid fan of this man behind me who became a dear, dear friend. How did I do that? And I'm going to tell you my story. Okay, for years I was listening to Bob Proctor. And I heard Bob say, I'd listen to him when I'd be driving to my responsible job where I was managing over 150 people, earning a great income, but just wasn't for me. And I remember Bob saying that 99% of people do not think. They would, and an even bigger percentage, and out of those 99% of people, a big percentage would rather do anything but think. Can see that in society today, right? But I used to get confused by that. I'd be like, what do you mean, Bob? I've got university degrees. I'm a senior manager. I've got responsible job. I'm running this whole massive region. What do you mean? I think. I have to think. I must be one of those 1% that thinks. But what I realized, that I wasn't one of those 1% at all. I was one of the 99% that did not think. Okay? So what do we mean by that? That you are probably not thinking yourself. Well, you see, we are inundated with information. Okay? You turn on the internet. You're in your car. There's advertisements everywhere. People fear everywhere. We're conditioned by our ancestors. Okay? Now, unless we are aware of what's going on, we are not thinking. We are just accepting information as our truth. Okay? So, when I was in primary school, I was about 8. There was a major trauma that happened in my life. And as a result of that trauma, my marks went from A+ student, where they wanted to skip me from grade 1 to grade 3, okay, to C, to average student. And because that drop was so significant, I thought I was average. So therefore, most of my education was average. I had to try really hard in year 12 to get to university. Right? Now, it wasn't because I could not do it, but it was because, listen carefully, I accepted the idea that I was average, that I was not good enough. What ideas are you accepting about your truth? Are you accepting that you can't be a success in business? Are you accepting that you are going to, you're not going to have great relationships? Are you accepting your ill health? Because if you are living from a state of accepting something that does not necessarily need to be your truth. You are actually not thinking. So you see, let me go a little bit deeper. You have a conscious and a subconscious mind. So I've already shared, okay, that your subconscious, so you're 96 to 99% unconscious. Okay, so that is just your subconscious being in control of you and your results rather than you being in control of it. So what does that mean? So your subconscious is absorbing information. In actual fact, did you know that your subconscious absorbs 20 to 40 million pieces of information every single minute? That's you. That's you we're talking about. And up until now, you have accepted the idea that you're average, that you can't do this, that you've got blocks in certain areas of your life. Wake up. Wake up. So, science also shows us that in between 6 to 1% of you is conscious. You have a conscious mind too. Thank goodness for that. Okay. So your conscious mind is able to accept or reject any idea that you want. So why did I ask you yesterday to define what success means to you? Because your mind needs order And your subconscious can change according to the order, the picture that you put inside it. So why have you felt blocks in your life if you are this genius? Because your subconscious paradigms, so paradigms are your subconscious habits. So something happens and you develop. So my situation when I was about 8, trauma, I experienced a trauma, my grades went down, my subconscious accepted the idea that I was average when I was always above average, okay, in my education and my results, my marks. So therefore my paradigm became that Susanna is average. She can't do any more than that. She's not good enough. And I repeated that idea over and over and over again. So that area that you're frustrated in, that area that you feel like there's a block, that's because something happened. It may have been a trauma. It may have been something, an idea was planted, and you repeated it over and over and over again. You process 60 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. But unless you're familiar and you understand the power inside you and who you are, you're very likely to be repeating the same thoughts over and over and over again. And if you bring the thoughts of the past to the present, then the present will become the same future that you've had in the past. So what do we have to do to change? What do we have to do to change? So we have to change our paradigms. We have to change our paradigms. So how do you change your paradigm? There's 2 ways of changing your paradigm. First is emotional impact. But emotional impact is often negative. It's trauma. My situation that I explained, trauma as an 8-year-old. Okay? And immediately, bang, it changes. Okay? The second way is through repetition, supported by a person that has the results that you want. Supported by not just a coach. There's so many coaches out there. But somebody that understands this material and understands how to get you from where you are to break through those paradigms. Why? Well, you've tried to do it in your life for many years and it hasn't happened. Because your paradigms are insidious. They do not want you to change. Okay, they are hard to change on your own. Personally, I've worked with thousands of people in my over 30 years of career. I have not met anybody that has changed their paradigm on their own. You can do it. You can do it on your own. But I've worked with thousands and thousands of people and I have not changed my paradigm. I have not met anyone that has changed their paradigms on their own. In fact, I did not change my paradigms on my own. So how do we change so how do we break through that? So we must have repetition and emotional impact. The next question is then, because they are difficult to change, how serious are you about living the life that you want? How serious are you about finally changing your paradigms and being the successful you that you want to become? On a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is you're not interested at all, and 10 means that you will do whatever it takes to change those paradigms, be really honest with yourself. Where are you? Are you a 10 or are you a 5? Yeah, because I'm telling you now, if you're a 5, you will never, ever change. Where are you on the scale? Show me in the comment box. Who here is absolutely ready to change their paradigms? Not many of you. Or is this slow? Okay, so Madiha Head says she's 10. Deb is an 8. Michelle is a 10. Michelle is absolutely extraordinary. Always, always, always getting exceptional results from our coaching. And she's always a 10, an 8, 10, ready to change, 8. Okay, so if you're an 8, I'm a 12. I'd love to see whose Facebook user is I'm a 12, because a 10 or a 12 is what's going to get you there. Okay, 9.9. If you're an 8, 9, ask yourself, why am I an 8, 9? Okay, you can be a 10. You don't have to exchange so a 10 is, you'll do whatever it takes, and it's as important to you as your family. You can have both. You can have both. Okay, so I'm going to give you some homework to help you start changing that. Who's ready? Who here is ready? Okay, so, but you're not going to change unless you absolutely go all in. Okay, because your paradigms will creep up on you. So what I want you to do is really think about your life from the perspective that you are 99.9999% pure source intelligence. You have genius locked up inside you. This is your homework for the next 24 hours. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? And I want you to start to write a description of how life is for you now that you have what you want. Who promises to do that bit of homework? If you're here today, you probably will do the homework, and you are the guys that actually see the results. Okay? Those of you that were 8 or lower, ask yourself, why am I an 8? What am I resisting? I'm here, I want change, because you're showing yourself that you want change, right? Because you're here, you're doing the work. What is the resistance in you? If you have absolute genius locked up inside you, why wouldn't you change? You see, only one of two things can happen. As we know, life is going, and it goes quite quick, right? I am turning, at the end of this year, I'm turning a big birthday, right? It's one of the big birthdays. Starts with 5, right? I used to, like, up until yesterday, I thought that birthday was 50 years away. But the reality is that your life is going. My life is going. Not one of us know when the last day will be, but there will be a last day. Whether we all live to 120, which we are, it's going to go in a flash. Okay? So if you don't change now while we're together, and if you don't make that decision now, when will you? When will you? I absolutely love being here with you all. I hope that today opened up even a little bit inside you of the truth of who you are. And even if you opened up that little bit, you're going to start to experience change. I want every single one of you to be a 12 in this, because this is your life. I'm here for you. And if you're not a 10 for your own life now, when are you going to be? So please do your homework. Connect with your success advisor. Let us know if you don't have a success advisor. Write out your script of how you want your life to be now that you know that you are 99.99999 God energy. You're less than 1% of who you thought you were. Okay, we need to start to focus that subconscious into another way of being rather than your past story. Tomorrow, I'm going to add. Without tomorrow and the next day, you will not have the full formula. So come and join us, show up early, do the work. If you have questions, please reach out to my team. We are here to support you. And let's all open up to our true potential, because that's the only way we're going to change, not just ourselves, but this world. Thank you so much. Have an incredible day, and I look forward to seeing you all same time, same place tomorrow. Bye.